All right. Hello. How are you? All right. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right. Just hold on. Let me set things up here. All right. Good to see you again. So this is Sunday again on the 29th of October. And I will be doing the weekly forecast as usual on Sunday's topic. Okay, so now let me switch the screen. Okay. Alright, good to see you. Hold on, let me put my window up here. Okay, there we go. Okay, now this is good. This is good now. Alright, so yeah, how are you? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, alright, so let me pop up the chat comments here on the screen. Alright, Tony Gold, good to see you. Let me adjust it right on the edge of the frame. Okay, and Muhammad, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. Alright, and Christopher, good to see you too. Bonjour, good to see you. Yes. Yes, yes. I am visiting Paris now, France. It's been so nice here. This morning there was a rain, but right now it's all sunny. And yeah, after this public live stream, I will be going out and take a walk somewhere. Alright, John, good to see you. Thanks for joining. And Photo, good to see you too. Alright. And Tulio, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. Alright. Sunil, good to see you. And Sen, also good to see you. Nadved, good to see you. Devi, thanks for joining. Viveka, good to see you too. And everyone, good to see you again. Alright, so let me now start the analysis on the weekly forecast. Okay, yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. Nevanese, thanks for joining as well. Good to see you. Joseph, yeah, I have been enjoying here a lot. Yes, it's so refreshing. Yeah. Oh, I didn't watch the Rugby World Cup final. I didn't watch that. But yeah, lots of events, and I was passing by one of the sports bars, and people are so excited. And so I was watching the people's excitement, and I was in the different bar and drinking some wines last night. But it was nice. Yeah, so lively here. Alright, King of, good to see you. Thanks for joining as well. So now let me switch the screen to trading view. Alright, so since this is weekend, I will do the weekly time frame forecast. The reason why I don't say weekly prediction is that we're not here to predict the future, but we're here to forecast logically, rationally, and objectively, and create the scenarios in the future. And if the market goes according to your scenario, then you take trades. If the market does not go towards this scenario, then you do not take trades. So you have to always make the scenarios first and then see how it plays out. After I've done this, my performance gets much better. So I also recommend you to do so. And on these Sundays, I give analysis on my Forex pairs first on my watch list. I have these 21 pairs, so I go through each one of the pairs on the weekly chart, and I cover gold, WTI, indices, and Bitcoin, and also the news. So we have lots of topics to cover today, so let me dive into it. So now first, Euro USD. Alright, again, this is a weekly time frame, and I can see that the market is now range. Simply speaking, the price is within the Kumo, and it's like airplane going into the storm and the market becomes very choppy. Like last time, if you see the prices initially went up, so it seems like the market breaks the Kumo, but it didn't, then retrace and become choppy. So this time the price is going within the Kumo, but it may not break the support anytime soon. It may take few weeks or even few months to break the support level of 1.0447. So for now, I monitor, but most likely I won't take any trades. Euro USD may not be the best pair to trade this week, in my opinion. However, if I again see the downtrend breakout of the support level, I look for the selling opportunity. I think that will be the best of the best option to sell. Yeah. Okay, so now again, also the next one is Euro JPY. Okay, Euro JPY has been bullish, and it is still bullish to me. Hold on, let me take out these drawings. I have so many lines from the class, so just hold on. Let me clean it up for everyone. Yeah, whenever I do analysis, I prefer not to draw many lines because that would be very confusing and you may have some bias. So here is the Euro JPY. It's bullish because the prices are supported by the trend line twice before, and also the Kumo is bullish and it's thick, really thick, so it's a bullish trend. And Kijun Sen is slightly bullish. Chikou span above the Kijun Sen and price above the Tenkan Sen. Oh, sorry, Tenkan Sen above Kijun Sen and price above the Tenkan Sen and Chikou span above the candles. So I think the price will break the resistance anytime soon, but it's just not happening yet. Last week it touched the resistance level of 159.77, almost reached 160, but then it ended with a bearish bar. So let's see if the market continues bearish. I think it goes down either to the Tenkan Sen, because for the last 3-4 weeks the market has been supported by the Tenkan Sen. So I think the market will be supported again and goes bullish, then may break out. Or even if the market breaks the Tenkan Sen, then it may come down to the trend line, then goes bullish. But either way, in the long term, I think it's bullish. So whenever I see bullish opportunities, I take. And I never sell in this market. It will be too risky to sell because it's bullish, as per Ichimoku. So that's Euro JPY. Since it's bullish, I will mark purple, so you know that it's bullish on the weekly time frame. Okay, so next one is Euro CAD. Euro CAD is within the P wave. Last week it slightly broke the P wave bullish, and that was a huge breakout in the 4-hour time frame. But overall it's flat still. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. Chikou span is really close to candles. So this week may be bearish. But if it continues bullish, I think the market will reach 1.4825. So let me put arrow up above the P wave and see if it happens. If you see bullish trend, I buy. So that's Euro CAD. But in terms of the trend, there is no trend. Because again, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. Tenkan Sen, the blue Tenkan Sen is also flat. And Chikou span almost touching. So the market may be bullish, but it may be weak bullish. So yeah, we will see. Okay. So next is the Euro AUD. Okay, Euro AUD has been bullish too. The Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is now touching. But the reason why it is bullish is because the market has been supported by the trend line once, twice, and 3 times. So last week was bearish, and it may come down to the trend line, but then may go bullish. Then I will look for the buying opportunity if that happens. Or if I simply see the market bullish from here, I look for opportunities to buy also. So either way, I'm buy biased on this one. But now it's flat, so this week maybe flat still. Okay, so Euro AUD may not be the best pair to trade yet. So next one is Euro Pound. Euro Pound has been ranging still. Again, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span almost touching the candles. So it's basically range overall. But one thing that was significant was that the market is about to break the neckline of W bottom, which is 0.87. Yeah, for the last 2 weeks, they almost broke, but especially last week ended with a doji. So if it goes bullish continuously, I look for buying opportunities. If it goes bearish, then I do not enter trades. So that's Euro Pound. If the market goes bullish, then it may test the neckline, again 0.87, then go bullish also. So on either scenario, I look for buying opportunities but not sell. Because even if you sell here, I think the market becomes still choppy. And this week may doji, like a bearish doji or bearish pin bar, and I think that will be very tricky. And you cannot make profits because when it ranges throughout the week. So the only option for me to buy on Euro Pound. So next one is Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc is bearish because Kumo is down. Senko span B flat, but Senko span A is down. And this is good because the Kumo is getting thicker and bigger. And that means the more stable and more stronger downtrend in the long term. And Kijun Sen, the green Kijun Sen is down. Tenkan Sen itself is now flat and Chikou span below the candles. And the market also has been resisted by the descending trend line. Let me draw it like this. You can also draw it on your own chart. Descending trend line. So the market has been bearish. So let me put arrow down on the chart to remember that it's bearish. And what's more, last week was bullish, but it's almost touching the Tenkan Sen. Actually touched Tenkan Sen, then it didn't break at Tenkan Sen. And it's closing near the support level of 0.9523. So that means if the market will be resisted by here, around this area, then I think the price will go down this week. This is called reversal, like previous support level becomes new resistances, and the market continues downtrend. Same thing happened a couple of weeks ago here. Like you can actually see so many examples on this pattern, like where the previous support becomes resistance and the market continues bearish trend. So I think same thing may happen this week or in the month of November. So I'm still sell biased on Euro Swiss franc. So I mark purple. Alright, and moving on to the next one, Pound AUD. Okay, Pound AUD is now still bullish because it has been also supported by the trend line. However, Ichimoku shows flat. Kumo flat, Kijun Tenkan Sen flat, Chikou span almost touching. So clearly the market losing its momentum here. So this week the market may touch the trend line. This is just my forecast. This week the market touches the forecast line clearly, touches the trend line clearly, and then next week becomes bullish bar, and 3 weeks later we will see a big bullish bar. So I think Pound AUD may not be tradable for the next 3 weeks. I mean, at least for the next 2 weeks. And on the third week from today, this may be good to trade. So for now, I don't mark purple on this one. This may not be the best market to trade. Alright, next one is the Pound JPY. As I mentioned, Pound JPY is bullish within the P wave. So let me explain one by one. Bullish means Senko span A is pointing up, Senko span B flat, but the Kumo is getting thicker and thicker because of the Senko span A pointing up, which is a good sign for the stable uptrend. And then also Kijun Sen itself is pointing up, and Chikou span above the candle still. It's getting closer to the candles, but it's still above, so buyers are winning the trades for the last 26 bars, 26 trading days. And the price is within the P wave, right? So that means I am waiting for the price to break the P wave bullish, and that's why I have this arrow up since last week. And when it happens, I buy. So Pound JPY could be one of the best pairs to buy, so I mark purple also. Okay, I hope so far it makes sense to you. Okay, so let me just move on to Pound CAD. Pound CAD is in a range. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen dead cross happened. So that means this is the end of uptrend. Then Chikou span is now touching. So no trend, no trace. Very simple. No trend, no trace. As a trend follower myself. Okay. And then next is a Pound USD. Right, Pound USD is also flat. Yeah, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. We had the dead cross of Tenkan Kijun Sen and the Chikou span breakout. So for this reason, I think this is bearish. That's why I have arrow down. It's bearish. And waiting for the breakout of the support level, 1.2039. But even if it breaks it, the price is still within the Kumo. So I think the market will be very choppy. And it may not be good to trade. So simply I skip, then move on to Pound Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc can be a new downtrend because 2 weeks ago it broke the range, and last week was bullish. So I think for the last 2 weeks there were so many big candlesticks. So this week was consolidating, but overall I think it's bearish. So I keep my down arrow on my chart and will continue to look for the selling opportunities on this one. Okay, so now let me move on to USD based pairs. So first, USD JPY. It's bullish. It's bullish. Kumo's up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen is also up, and Chikou span above candles. However, like I mentioned multiple times, BOJ, Bank of Japan may intervene. They may sell USD, and this market may go bearish very fast towards JPY. So it's a bit risky to trade. So although it's bullish, I do not trade, I think. If it goes bearish, downtrend, that will be the best. But as long as it's bullish trend, I don't want to buy this one. So next one is USD CAD. So USD CAD was really strong last week. Some of you may be able to trade and make some profits on this one. And now it's touching the resistance level of 1.3862. So, and also Kumo is really small on the weekly. So that means I think this week the market consolidates. Then in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it breaks bullish and goes for the bullish trend. So this is my forecast that the market becomes range this week. If it does, of course I don't trade. But if the market continues bullish, this is second scenario. If the market breaks the resistance and continues bullish this week, then I think I will follow. I will follow it. Because I take trades based on daily or the 4-hour time frames. So if it breaks the resistance, I think this can be one of the best pairs. And in terms of the target, it may reach to up here, 1.3977, and we have a potential pips of around 100 or 4 pips to take. So I think that will be a good scenario if it goes bullish. So we will see. It may touch the previous resistance level like this and then retrace. this scenario also may be true. So we will see. Okay. So USD CAD, I will mark purple and continue to monitor closely this week. Okay, so next one is USD Swiss franc. This market is a range. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching. So no trend, no trace. Okay, and the next one is AUD CAD. This one was also bullish last week, but overall the weekly time frame shows flat. Let me see if the market broke the descending trend line. Let me see. Yeah, so technically it broke the descending trend line bullish last week. So from here, I think the market consolidates. I don't think it will go bullish soon because it's still below the Kijun Sen. So I think the market will range and I'm not gonna trade. Okay, next is AUD Swiss franc. I'm still waiting for the breakout of the support 0.5607, like I mentioned for the last couple of weeks. It has been a nice downtrend by the yellow descending trend line in the price below the Tenkan Sen still, so it's bearish. So let's see. And next is AUD JPY. This market is range. It's becoming very choppy, and we have so many dojis and pin bars. It has been range ever since the week of the 19th of June this year. So although Kumo is bullish, Kijun Sen bullish, this may not be the best. So I skip and move on to AUD USD. This market to me is still bearish. Still, the market is resisted by the Tenkan Sen and the trend line, and I'm waiting for that opportunity to sell. So yeah, for AUD USD, let me mark purple because it's bearish. And I think the market breaks the support level anytime soon. I actually see one of the Ichimoku confirmations that tells me that. So yeah, I think this is breakout. This week or in the month of November. We will see. Okay, so next one is CAD Swiss franc. Okay, CAD Swiss franc is now bearish, and this one is also about to break the support level of 0.6460. And once it breaks it, then the next target is a run number 0.64, 0.63, and so on and on. So for now, I wait for the breakout of the support. And the reason why I do not enter trades now before the breakout is because the Kumo, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen are in the sideways and also Chikou span touching. When you see Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and Chikou span touching, that means there are always buyers and sellers in the market, but they are in 50-50 power balance, power level. So if it's 50-50 buyers and sellers, then there's no way that the market breaks support, and it may continue range. So for this reason, I don't think it will break. But of course, there's no 100%. If it does, I will follow it. I follow downtrend. Okay, so next one is CAD-JPY. Okay, CAD-JPY is still bullish in terms of Ichimoku. Kumo is bullish, Kijun Sen is bullish. The price above the Kijun Sen, Chikou span above candles. So last week was bearish, but overall it's bullish still. So I mark purple, and will continue to look for bullish trend, buying opportunities. Okay, so there was a previous support level 107.5. If it will be supported and goes up, for sure I look for the buy opportunities. However, if the market breaks the support level and goes bearish, I think it goes bearish down to the Kijun Sen, so I sell. So it's either I buy above 107.5 or sell. So I have to closely monitor the chart and see which scenario plays out. This is going to be a bit tricky market. So I may choose some other pairs, other easier and more clear trending markets to trade than this one. But yeah, I just think about that in my head. Somewhere in my head, I stock that analysis and monitor chart this week. Finally, Swiss franc JPY. It's bullish. Kumo is getting thicker and Kijun Sen up, price above the Tenkan Sen and the Chikou span above candles. So last week was bearish, but I think overall it's still bullish. So I mark purple and we'll continue to look for buying opportunities. So for this one, even if the market goes bearish, I do not sell. Because bearish market, bearish trend in the short term becomes very tricky like this. You see so many dojis and long wicks. So whenever you trade against the major direction, then it becomes risky. So it's better to not trade on this timing, but wait for the pushback and buy. That will be always the best. Okay, so that completes the whole analysis on my Forex pair watch list. Okay, so now let me move on to gold and WTI, commodities. Okay, gold on the weekly is now broke the resistance of 1997.11 and it's bullish technically speaking. This is actually about not the weekly but the daily time frame. I think it's bullish. So I take my arrow up like this. The target is now 2066.66 level. So yeah, I will continue to look for buying opportunities on gold this week. Okay, so next one is WTI. WTI has been completely within the Kumo, and also Kumo is really thick and big like this. So in its range, whenever the price within the Kumo, again it's like airplanes going into the storm, and it becomes very choppy. So yeah, like last time, here maybe long ago on this WTI, but right now it has been in a range, so this one is not really good opportunity to trade. Okay, so now let me move on to indices. Okay, index, and from Nikkei 225. Nikkei is now in a range mode because it broke the Kijun Sen bearish. So and Chikou span is almost touching, and you can actually see that there is a bearish N wave on the weekly time frame. So to me, this is more downtrend than bullish. Okay, so next is Dow Jones. I know some of you trade Dow Jones, but Dow Jones is now in a range in terms of weekly chart. But in the lower time frames, it's bearish, right? And weekly time frame becomes bearish when it breaks the Kumo. So Kumo breakout happens here at 31,770. Until the market breaks Kumo, I think it becomes very choppy. And when it breaks it, I think that this is going to be a new downtrend in the long term. We already had Tenkan Kijun Sen dead cross Chikou span breakout. So if the Kumo breakout happens, the market may continue bearish. But I don't think the breakout happens this week because again it's in the Kumo, and I think the market just becomes choppy for the next couple of weeks for Dow Jones. Okay, next is Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also now bearish in terms of the price action. So first, I told you that this was descending P wave, and last week it broke bearish as expected. So now it's going down. I think the market test the previous support level of 14,559 like this, then goes down to Kumo. So that means this week may be bullish, but I think that will be too tricky. But if the price continues bearish, you can follow. if there's no retracement, but if the market continues bearish on the weekly time frame, you can follow downtrend until it touches Kumo, like this. So Nasdaq to me is now bearish. Okay, then S&P 500. S&P 500 is also bearish because again it broke the Kijun Sen and now Chikou span is touching. So this is bearish ever since the week of the 31st of July, but overall still range. The Kumo flat, let me pop up the trading view back here. Okay, sorry about this. So yeah, Kumo flat overall and Kijun Sen flat too. So this week maybe bullish or range. I think this week is going to be like a very tiny candlestick and some wick, and I don't think there will be some new trend. Okay, so that is the S&P 500. Okay, so now let me move on to European indices. So first, Euro stocks. EU50 is now within the Kumo, but so I think the market becomes choppy. The previous support level is 39.72, so may break it and goes down to Kumo. But again, it's in the weekly chart and within the Kumo, so most likely I think the candlestick is going to be very small this week. And FTSE 100 is also the same, like its range. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen flat. Chikou span below candles, but there's a strong support level here around on 70 to 30 level. So once it touches, I think the market goes bullish and continues range. So FTSE 100 is also a bit difficult to trade, in my opinion, unless it breaks support. Next is CAC France. CAC France is also within the Kumo, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen bearish, Chikou span below the candles. So technically it's bearish, but since the price is within the Kumo, I think it spikes continuously. So if you want to sell in a short term, that may be the option. But if you want to hold for the long time, in the long term, then you better wait for the Kumo breakout. Senko span B was on 6607.14. If it breaks it, I think the price goes down continuously. So next is Germany 40, similar to CAC France. Yeah, price is going within the Kumo, so this may not be tradable. It's bearish, but it may be choppy. Okay, next is a Nifty chart. Nifty chart is now in a range mode because the price technically closed below the Kijun Sen. Kumo is bullish, Kijun Sen is still bullish, but I think the breakout of the Kijun Sen is significant here. So the scenario for this one is if the market continues bearish this week, then I think the target is going to be 18,640, the previous support and the resistance levels. But if it goes bullish again, then you may not wait for the breakout of 19,227, which is the previous support level breakout. I think that will be the best option to buy. For now, I don't think the market will have any direction because last week was a big bearish bar, and I don't think there will be any opportunities to buy or sell. So next is AU200. AU200 was significant because it broke the major support level of 6826.2. So like I mentioned, once it breaks it, then I think the price goes down to 63.77. So I will keep my down arrow and my view is still downtrend. Okay, and finally Hansen Index. finally Hansen index is continuously bearish. So Kumo twisted bearish. And Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen both bearish. Chikou span below candles. So this one also I keep my arrow down. And target is 14,599. That's a swing low of the market. Okay, can you still hear me? I see loading like a screen on the chart on the YouTube screen, but I hope you can still hear me and see me. Okay. Okay, so finally, Bitcoin, BTC USD. I know some of you trade cryptos, but I don't. I never trade cryptos, but so this is just my opinion analysis. But Bitcoin is not bullish. It broke the 31,867 resistance. So like I mentioned before, this is how Kumo breakout becomes really strong. And I think this is one of the best examples. So I said that the market continues range in the Kumo, and it did. It did continue range within the Kumo, but as soon as it breaks it last week, it actually goes bullish and broke the resistance. But to me, this is overbought. I think retracement or correction has to happen. So I think the price, once may go down like this to the previous resistance and also Senko span B, then goes bullish. If it does, then I think that's a better scenario to buy than just jump in the market right now. Ichimoku actually tells you whether it's overbought or oversold. So to me, it's overbought. So I think it's better to wait for the pushback to buy, or at least consolidation. Consolidation breakout also may be good to buy. But either way, right now may not be the best timing to buy. The market may retrace or range from here. Okay, all good? Okay, alright. Thank you very much for reminding that. Okay, alright. So that covered the whole analysis on my watch list. So now let me remind everyone for the news this week. So since this is going to be the new week, right? We are into the month of November. Every month in the first week of the month, we have lots of big news in Forex. So here's news website, and let me make it a bit bigger so you can see the whole screen in case you're accessing from mobile or tablet. Okay, now I think you can see the more clearly. I kind of zoomed in. So just hold on, let's see. Okay, yeah, I think this is good now. Okay, so so first Monday, tomorrow, we have retail sales in Australia and also GDP report in Euro. Yeah, and then also CPI in Germany, and also Bank of Canada's governor Macron will speech in Canada too. So we have lots of big news from Monday tomorrow also. And then also Tuesday, the October 31st, we have news rate decision in Japan. I don't think the rate will change, but just in case, just check. And also BOJ press conference will be there in Japan. Retail sales in Germany. And also, that's it. And also, sorry, hold on, let me see. This is good, right? Yeah, so October 31st, we had lots of big news. And later there will be also GDP and CPI in Euro itself. Okay. And hold on. So let me do this on a weekly. I think I only showed it to like October 31st. So I will click on this week, then I see the full news. Okay, so again, Monday we have lots of big news. Tuesday also we have let me delete the ads. Okay, so Tuesday, October 31st, we have news in Japan and also Germany and Euro, and also technically in next day, in Wednesday, in Asian time, when New Zealand opens, there will be news in New Zealand unemployment rate. This may impact the market if you trade New Zealand's. And also there will be ADP employment change in the US, and also SMB's chairman Jordan's speech in Switzerland. So we have a couple of big news here, and also manufacturing PMI in the US, rate decision, monetary policy, and FOMC. It will be there in the US too. So this is going to be the biggest one next week, FOMC on Wednesday. And then also there will be Bank of Canada's Governor Macklem speech. So we have lots of big news on Wednesday. And Thursday, also we have lots of big news. Trade balance in Australia, and CPI in Switzerland, and also UK rate decision, and then also another BOE's Governor Bailey speech in UK. And Friday, the 3rd of November, there will be average hourly earnings and non-farm payrolls in the US. This is going to be also very big, non-farm payrolls on Friday. And also, unemployment rate in Canada also. And ISM services PMI in the US. Then that's it. So every day we have lots of big news. So just watch out. Before the big news, I don't recommend to trade, because these news can violate all kind of confirmations, indicator confirmations, and one news can change the whole direction of the market. So my advice is not to trade before news, but come back after and follow the new direction. So that covered the whole topics for today. Okay, for some reason I become so thirsty today, so let me just drink more water. Okay, again, thank you very much for joining, everyone. Good to see you. I hope you're having a great Friday today. Great Sunday today. For some reason I keep thinking myself it's Friday. Okay, Orania and Niranjan, Akshay, good to see you. Yeah, it's different, right? Paris is very nice to me. Yeah, okay. Edward, good to see you too. Sandeep, thank you for joining also. Okay, so let me check some comments now. Kale says, hi sir, do you only use the Ichimoku indicator now? Do you still use stochastic and Kyushu Ashi? Yes, I do. I still use stochastic, Kyushu Ashi, and Bollinger Bands as the indicator, and I do use Fibonacci and some other tools when it comes to entry opportunities. But in terms of the higher time frames that I did today, I only use the Ichimoku 5 lines. Okay, which platform is good for Forex trading? I recommend either TradingView or MetaTrader. I use MetaTrader to execute my trades through my broker. Okay, let me see. 65 period EMA is trend identifier. Okay. Yeah, for EMA you can set any like settings. Like I used to use like 200 and 75, I think, and also 21. I used to use like 3 EMAs and capture directions and crosses. Yeah. When is the September monthly performance? Oh yeah, I haven't shared it yet. Right, time flies. So I think I would take a video, or I would do it sometime next week for sure. Yes, sorry about the delay. Please wait for my performance video or the live. Okay, which hotel are you staying? I'm staying at my friend's house. Okay. Yeah, thanks for joining here. Good to see you. Okay, let me scroll down. Oh, I have lots of comments. Alright, let me check some. Okay. Acosta, thank you very much for reminding the like button. If you like this so far, please press like button before you leave. That would be great. Reza says, Master, today I saw Doji and Harami fake and real breakout video, and based on this video you said always keep breakout the same direction with major trend. Now I want to. Right, you have to wait for the breakout towards major direction, always. That's a trend follow mindset. Right. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see. Navanese says, did you see USD CAD inverted head and shoulder neckline breakout on the weekly chart? Oh, let me double check. I think I missed it. Let me double check. Okay, so USD CAD, right? Inversed head and shoulders on the weekly time frame. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I didn't mention that, but I do see it here. Inversed head and shoulders, and the neckline was 1.3687. Right. I think I mentioned this last week, but not today. So yeah, there was a breakout. I think this is now bullish continuously. Right, that's a good point. Okay, Sumi says, when I take trades using KTS, the larger time frame is bullish and confirmation time frame was bullish, but by midday it becomes flat. Can I exit? Can I still take trades? Yes, you can still take trades in that case. Yeah, always follow the major direction. Okay, let's see. Now, Jim says, what is your average holding time of your trade? Do you look at institutions and retail open trades before you place a trade on that pair? Yeah, well, so average hour timing, average holding timing, I don't really time myself, so I'm not really sure. But I would say recently the markets are really choppy, so I would say within a day I close my trades. Up to like 1 day, I keep holding my trade. In the month of September, I remember I hold it up to 1 day recently. And I do not look at institutions and retail open traders. I do not look at those information. Okay, JJ says, do you use only Ichimoku or other indicators? Yes, like I mentioned, I use Ichimoku for higher time frames like this on the weekly, daily. Higher time frames, I only use Ichimoku and the candlesticks. But in the lower time frames to enter trades, I used a Bollinger Band stochastic and some other tools. Okay, yeah, let's see. Nedved says, hi Kay, do you always check weekly chart before start of the week? Yes, I do. Yes, and if so, when you start looking daily and 4-hour or lower time frames. When to start is I do check the lower time frames every day. Every day, whenever I screen charts, I check daily and 4-hour time frames. Yep, every day. Okay. Yeah, let me continue to check some other comments. Michael says, good day, can you consider including Russell 2000 or FTSE 200 in your weekly analysis? I can replace it. I have already lots of markets to check, so you can actually, ask me whichever you want me to check. So, for example, FTSE 250. Let me check if it's different from FTSE 200. Yeah, I don't think I see that here. Hold on, let me see. 250? Oh, looks like there's no 250 here. Yeah, but if you want me to check some other markets, just let me know. Okay. Alright, so let me see. Philip says, Dear K, why is BTC USD overbought since Kumo is quite thick and both Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen remain quite close to prices, please? Yeah, so let me see. Cryptos and Bitcoin. Right, I will say that Kumo is not too thick here. Well, both Senko span AB are bullish, and the Kumo is clearly getting thinner, that's one. And also, I see that, is the live stream already stopped? Can you hear me still? If you can still hear me, let me know on the chat. If you cannot, then I will finish live. Let me wait for a few minutes to see if you can still hear me or not. If you cannot, then I will stop. I see that I see error message. It says error occurred, please try again later. And I see there's no like live stream going on right now. Yeah, so everyone, can you still hear me, see me? Oh, you can hear me. Okay, great. We can hear you. Okay, great. Okay, good. So it's just YouTube platform issue on my end. So okay, if you can still hear me, then I just keep going. So again, Bitcoin is overbought to me in two reasons. One is the Kumo Senko span AB are angle up, and it's getting very close, right? And also, one more reason is here, the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are together. This is also sign of overbought here. So, yeah, for these two reasons, I say it's overbought. Okay. All right. Let me see. Yeah, Hakan says, hello K, could you suggest Ichimoku Cloud Plus with parabolic SAR together, or any advice for stock market? I used to use parabolic SAR before, but it didn't really work for me. So now I'm only using Ichimoku. You can also use Ichimoku only, master 5 lines with the price actions, and I think that will be just enough, like I do. Okay, Tulio says, when Hosoda developed Ichimoku, did he do it using weekly and the daily chart? He was also using the weekly chart, weekly and the daily time frames. But back then there was no PC, so all the candlesticks were handwritten. But yeah, he did check. He mainly checked the daily time frame, but sometimes he explained the weekly chart. Okay, so now I think I will be ending live soon. Let me check some few more comments. Okay. When DXY is bullish than Dow Jones? So far, right? So far, Dow Jones is now bearish to me. So, yeah. Let's see. You just have to monitor chart. Simply have to monitor chart, and see when it changes the direction. Okay. Rodrigo says, what do you think about the traders who only suggest one pair? I see that you trade multiple pairs with great results. Greetings from Peru. Okay. So yeah, I actually monitor these 21 pairs on my watch list, and I do take trades on these pairs. And the reason is because I proved myself that my strategy works on these pairs on my watch list. Proofs mean that I backtested it manually. I took 100 trades, enter, exit 100 times, and I saw the result to be great on each pair on my watch list, and that's why they are here. But for example, when I backtested New Zealand pairs, the performance was lower than these ones, and that's why I don't have New Zealand pair on my watch list. So I have my own strategy, and I use that to trade on my watch list in this reason. And I think if you're new to trading, I think you can just focus on one pair, up to 3 pairs. You focus and enter exit trades, because if you have too much pairs, then it may be confusing to you. Yeah, I am not really sure why some traders, in what reason some traders suggest to trade only one pair. I'm not really sure, but for me, it's been like this. Okay, alright, so yep, I think I will be finishing live now, as I'm getting very, throat ache and kind of a bit thirsty now. So I think I will finish live. But again, thank you very much everyone for joining today, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, I hope you can capture some nice pips this week. We will see. So again, we have lots of big news, so just be careful, no rush. The market's every day open. Even if you miss today's chance, there's always tomorrow for the chances. So yeah, let's see. Okay, again, thank you very much, and yeah, I will be staying here in Paris for the next 1 week, so I will be enjoying the time here, and then come back to Dubai in November. But yeah, thank you very much. I won't be able to do live every day, but whenever I do, I put notification, so please look forward to my next live stream. So thank you very much again. I hope you have a great weekend, and next week, until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you very much.